Hey guys, what's up and welcome to a new Tesla update video. So this is going to be a fairly quick video, but nonetheless, let's get into it. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button. So we're pretty much sitting in a, once again, bear market rally, kind of short squeeze, if you will. And Tesla's up a solid almost 6% on the day. The SPY is at $412. Just a beautiful day. The QQQ is up pretty much 2%. That's actually outperforming. Could be because of Elon's tweet yesterday saying how potentially inflation is, potentially trending down. So we'll see what that ends up being, of course, down the road. But nonetheless, a beautiful, beautiful day. And this is something that, if you caught the move, assuming you're trading this, obviously, if you're just holding long term, you don't really care about the price movement. I mean, first of all, I don't know why you're watching the video. Second of all, that's obviously a strategy in and of itself. But if you're someone trading this and you did catch this specific move, it was a really risky move, but man, that was a rewarding one if you caught this and sold somewhere, around this level. That was a fantastic move if you caught it. But again, I personally have stayed out of it, mainly because the risk versus reward, I didn't really like it too much. Again, this could have happened, but we also could have went down further, potentially down here still. So it was kind of in the middle. It could have went either way, like 6% in my opinion. And I don't want to take the risk. But nonetheless, it did run up pretty much almost to $900. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe Monday morning actually touched 900, maybe consolidate around 900. But you can see the RSI actually fixed itself, which is actually a fantastic thing to see. It did set a higher high now with the stock. It was initially setting up a bearish divergence, which kind of got fixed based on this, but it's now entering overbought territory. So that's something else to, of course, kind of consider, right? Pretty much this is what I'm expecting now. So I did say how the majority of August, I feel bullish, right? But the fact that the market's already running this much, you can see even the SPY, the QQQ, right? They're all like just pretty much just straight running up. The fact that it's already ran this much makes me a little more suspicious. However, with that being said, I do believe there is ultimately still more room to run. For instance, I wouldn't be surprised to see SPY around 420. I don't think we'll get it like Monday or something like that. I do expect a little bit of a pullback early next week, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I think Monday we might get a little bit of a green day, maybe a sideways day, but slightly green. But ultimately, I'm expecting Monday to be a fairly positive day, and then potentially Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday as well, is the day where we get the pullback. And I want to see where this pullback goes. Pretty much the easiest way to put this is I want to see Tesla, for Tesla's example, I don't want to see it go much lower than 830. If we go under 830 for Tesla, that's going to be really bad. So if Tesla gets a pullback, I want to see anywhere between 830 to around 840. I want to see that range hold. If we drop to 830 to 840, and I'm seeing some strength come in, I'm personally going to be entering a bullish position and playing that to potentially maybe even 900 again. So we'll see what happens with that. But ultimately, I do believe that around Tuesday or Wednesday, we should get a retracement, mainly because, again, just as things can go straight down, you can't go straight up. And so far, we've been going pretty much, almost straight up, right? So ultimately, I want to see a small pullback. I want to see a healthy pullback. I want to see a bounce, again, somewhere around the 840 to 830 range, no lower than 830 ideally. And from there, I will be entering a bullish position. If we don't, and if we continue rallying, I will just be essentially waiting for the moment that I feel comfortable to enter a position. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I don't know if there's even a point to look at these, but we're obviously well above pretty much every single thing. The Bollinger Band, again, we're well above it, guys. Again, people, they get butthurt when I say this, but just be really careful because Tesla, it's known to go up really hard, but also go down really hard. Same thing happened here. We went up really hard, we went down really hard. Same thing happened here. We went up really hard, we went down really hard. Up hard, down hard, right? So Tesla moves very volatile. It's very volatile, guys. Whenever you're hugging like this, it can happen. You can get some short squeezes. You can hug the green line for a long time, but then you're gonna fall down pretty quickly. I just, I don't want people to be caught. Not financial advice. Do your own research, make your own decisions. But if I was someone holding shares here, I would personally either be exiting the position if you're a trader, or if you just want to hold, you don't want to lock in any potential, gains for tax purposes, I would personally be looking to potentially start selling calls, assuming you have at least 100 shares. Again, make your own decisions. This is not financial advice, but I personally think that, we are starting to approach some pretty massive resistance. I would be there's a lot of resistance coming up. You can only go up straight like this for so long. Does it mean we can go up higher? Yes, it does. It does mean we can go higher. But again, the point is that I would be careful. A lot of people get too cocky. They get too greedy when you just see green, 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 green. And it's just something that has happened over and over and over again. I'm starting to see the same comments. I always see that people get too cocky and just idiotic comments of just, when it's just straight green, people get too cocky essentially. And then, eventually the market will hit them in the face. I just don't want it to happen to you guys. I've seen it happen too many times. It's literally happened every single time this situation has been, occurring. So just food for thought. Take it as you will, of course. If you make that decision to, hedge yourself or you don't, again, I honestly couldn't care less. It's your money, but just food for thought. I'm advising a little bit of caution if you actually want to take it. Again, not financial advice, but ultimately that's what I'm expecting. I personally still think that at some point, of course, as usual, we will revisit the white line, though it is going to start following us up. But at the moment, the market overall is looking still short-term bullish, but I'm expecting, again, a little bit of a retracement because it's been going a lot of green. It's in pretty heavy resistance, pretty heavy selling area. You can see right here. So I'm expecting some volatility to start happening again. Probably some red. The volatility index is looking like it wants to get a bit of a run. So we'll see what happens with this, because the volatility index, the VIX, has been just straight selling off. It's looking very, very low. It's looking like a bounce is just imminent at this point, right? So the bottom line of this blue line once again. So just food for thought, guys. Again, you know, potential short squeeze. That's all it really is, in my opinion. It's great if you're catching this move. It's great if you're making money. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy if you are. But again, some caution. We're also approaching the 200 moving average, which is essentially at 909. Massive resistance on that as well. So we're probably going to retest it at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if we do test this pretty much in the very low 900s. But that's essentially what I'm seeing, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Again, TLDR, just be cautious, guys. Be very cautious. This is a fantastic move, but again, when things go up this hard, it's usually also an elevator down. Just don't be caught. I know people are going to get upset. They're going to be like, oh, you're just a trader. You're not an investor, blah, 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 blah. Couldn't care less. Really doesn't matter. But again, this has happened here. This happened here. This happened here. It'll happen here. Like, it will happen here. It'll just take some time. It'll just be a matter of when, not if. Just take it as you will, guys. Again, it's your money. Do with it what you will. Not financial advice, but I would just be cautious. But ultimately, I still think we have potential room to run. I would ideally, just so I can personally answer position, I want to see a little bit of a trace back and then potentially a run up once again, you know, in the middle of August, potentially to that, you know, 200 moving average, which will be around that 900 level. And then I think from there, the market can get a little bit spooky. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, guys. Let me know what you think down below. But thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. Take a very quick look at the weekly candle, which is looking absolutely gorgeous, actually. Beautiful weekly candle. I'm not going to lie, though. This is quite a nice looking weekly candle. So yeah, I mean, Tesla's still looking good. It's looking good. It looks like it wants to get a bit of more, you know, run action here, but just be cautious, guys. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.